Today's video. Today is redemption day. So last time we went to Jacksonville, I went to the junkyard and I wanted the calipers off the Touareg. I knew they were there. When I got there, they were gone. So I see the Touareg, the front wheels are off and the calipers are gone. Saddest day of my life. Dang it. I was too slow. That makes me so sad. And the rears are gone. Saddest day of my life. Now, going to a junkyard and just not finding anything is one thing. But going to a junkyard for a specific part you know is there, and then getting there too late and it's gone, it's just super sad. But again, like I said, today is redemption day. I found a guy in Jacksonville parting out a Touareg that has the calipers on it. So, heading there right now, and we're getting them. All right, I believe this is the spot. I'm a few minutes ahead of the guy, so we'll hang out for a minute, but he's got a bunch of stuff. I like that truck a lot. There's a blue square body Chevy back there as well, and there's a whole bunch of stuff behind the building. Somewhere in here is my Touareg, but we'll have to go hunting for that. All right, here she is. So up here, I've already pulled off the front two calipers. You can see, bam, right there, 17Z right and 17Z left. Big old beefy boys. These are 6 pistons. Pads are in pretty good shape still, but I'm gonna rebuild the entire thing. New seals, new pads, all kind of stuff, and powder coat them, but great shape, all working, no problem. I wasn't gonna get the rear, but I made a deal with him, so I'm pulling off the rears currently. The problem is the rear bolts on the rear calipers are actually triple squares, and I didn't bring them with me, so I'm hoping he has some because the ones that I brought are not the right size. So hopefully he has a set of triple squares that I can use and get these calipers off here. All right, so sadly he did not have any triple squares at all, but I'm calling the local AutoZone to see if they have one. It's a 16mm triple square for the road calipers. So if they have it, I'll go over there real fast, pick that up, come back, yank these off. So hopefully, I'm on hold right now, but hopefully they have it.
It's an half-inch drive.
Oh, that's fine. But that's the 16mm one?
One more time?
The size for that one is the 16mm one, the triple square?
Yep, 16 mil.
Awesome, perfect. I'll be up there in just a minute, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, man, thank you.
No problem.
Bye. Let's go. AutoZone coming in clutch, saving me. I should have done some research on what size the rear bolts were, but I assumed they'd be like a socket head like the rest of them, but nope, because Volkswagen triple square and I didn't bring my set, so AutoZone to the rescue. I only came here for the front, but I knew the car had the rear, so I was like, maybe I could work in a deal, and we did, so front and rear it is, which I think the rears, they make a bracket. You can have the Volkswagen caliper in the rear as your e-brake and the Porsche caliper as your actual brake, so it would be cool to have calipers front and rear. Right, conveniently 7 minutes away, the good old AutoZone here to save me.
A few moments later.
All right, well, AutoZone did me dirty, because you heard me on the phone repeat it multiple times saying I need a 16mm triple square, and he repeated it back to me and said, yes, we got it. 16mm one, the triple square?
Yep, 16 mil.
But then I get here and he's like, yeah, here's your 16mm 12-point socket. And I said, that's not even close to what I needed. He's like, oh yeah, we ran out of the triple squares. I'm like, I mean, that's fine, but you told me you had it, so now I gotta find somewhere else that hopefully close by has it. If not, I don't want to go all the way home. If no one close by has it, I will come back out here like maybe next weekend. But hopefully someone close by has it, that way I can, you know, get these calipers off today, because I'm already up here, so that would be the most ideal thing. So let me see if I can find it, and we'll go from there.
Looking forward to speaking with you. Please stay on the line.
I will stay on the line with this great music.
Yes, sir. I have one left.
I will be there in like 2 minutes. I got you.
Okay.
All right, man. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. You heard it. The man said he's got one left. That is Tool Shack, which is actually, I'm at AutoZone, and Tool Shack is not that building, but like the next block. It's literally walking distance. So we're going there right now. He said he's got one in stock, so fingers crossed, he's actually got it. We have made it to the infamous Tool Shack. Never heard of it, but they said, you heard him say it, he has it in there, so I'm praying it's in there.
A few moments later.
Yo, the Tool Shack coming in 110% clutch with the actual, not a 16 millimeter 12-point socket, an actual 16 millimeter triple square, what I need. Shout out these guys. Apparently this is the only Tool Shack around. There's one more in California that's not affiliated with this one, but if you're up in the Jax area, yo, they got everything. The whole store from there all the way to there, I think, is all their stuff. They have like everything. So shout out Tool Shack because they're hooking me up and saving my life today. All right, me and you, triple square, we got work to do because them boys coming off. So with the proper tools, like, I don't know, 2 minutes later, our rear 4-piston caliper is now off, which you can use this as the front or the 6-piston ones. It doesn't really matter, but I think I'll hang on to these for the rear, or maybe that'll be in the front, who knows. But either way, I just want to have the full set, and now we got them. There's the part number. Look at that. Decent shape. The good thing is all these calipers, the seals, aren't blown apart. They're all in good working order, which is very, very nice. Always want to have ones that aren't seized up. I'll rebuild it anyways, but the fact that they're in good shape now makes me happy. So there's one, got one more to do, then we out of here. Oh yeah, look at this lineup. So full set of 17Zs off the front of the Touareg, and the 4-piston one. I don't know the name of these ones, but the 4-piston ones off the rear, which can also be used for the front. These things are just freaking, like I showed it before, these things are so big. Which people run these on a Mark IV all the time, and they fit. But like, just to see, like, it's such a big caliper. But that powder coated in that red under this wheel would look, whoo, so spicy. Look at that. Gonna look good. So we have our calipers now. They will get a fresh little rebuild, some powder coat. We need the adapters and the brake lines, and then also the brake pads and brake rotors. There's a bit that goes into this kit, swapping everything over, but it's not too difficult to do. Like I said, you need the calipers, you need the adapter, the brake line, the pads, and the rotors, and then you're set. And we're gonna run the 334 R32 rotors in the front with this caliper. And I would like to have at least the front calipers on for Euro Tripper. Like I said, they make a bracket for the rear, so you can run this caliper in the rear plus the stock Mark IV caliper for the e-brake, and then that one is your actual caliper, which I think goes on like this side or like flips the two. But I don't know if I'll be able to do the entire set in the car. It's just a lot of money to do everything, so we might focus on just doing the fronts done and later on do the rears. But either way, super good deal. Got the entire set off the car, 150 bucks. So can't beat that. And everything's in good working condition, no issues there. All complete with your crossover pipes and stuff, so everything's good to go. So very, very stoked for this. Now I know this setup's been used on a Mark IV before, but like, it's just kind of comical how massive this caliper is. Like when I swapped from the 288s to the 312s, I thought these rotors were big, and they're definitely bigger than the 288, but then going to, this thing is huge. That's crazy. And what's wild is this caliper fits under the 17-inch Touareg wheel, but even sitting next to this 19, this looks huge. It's gonna fit, but like, massive. And this is gonna look so good once it's powder coated in the same, I believe it's the Illusion Cherry Red we did, and then the Porsche right across. So this plus the wheels, OEM plus for days, boys and girls. You know, I really don't think camera does justice to how massive this caliper is. Like until you have one like in your hand, like let me just stand next to it, I guess. It's bigger than, this is an 11.5 and it's bigger than my shoe. That gives you any, it's huge. This caliper is, it's gigantic. And when you see it on a Touareg, like you see it on the car, it doesn't look that big. And you take it off and you realize this is the biggest caliper ever. It's crazy. And we're putting it on this car. I mean, it's a little bit overkill. I will agree. But at some point, this car will be supercharged. That's the plan for this one. So I mean, like, it'll be warranted and it's gonna look cool. So who cares? So excited. And again, I was so sad after missing the set last time in Jacksonville. It's only right we went back to Jacksonville, found another Touareg, and got a full set. Makes me happy. And people still ask me, how do you find all these things for such good deals? And I tell you guys every single time, be on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, just be on all the selling sites pretty much every single day. I go through them constantly throughout the day, and you find stuff, you message them, you gotta be ready to go almost instantly. I messaged this guy, said, hey, caliper's still available? He said yes. I said, I can be there tomorrow morning. I will bring tools, I can do all the work. Are you available? He said, yep, no problem, come get them. So I mean, like the next day I was like on the way there. So when you see stuff pop up, you gotta kind of go for it immediately or it'll be gone almost instantly. Now I get a lot of good deals, but there's people who beat me to stuff all the time. So I'm not always the first one, but I try my best to scout through Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, Instagram, pretty much daily and just see what pops up. And for the most part, I've gotten pretty lucky. I was going through looking at some photos on Google, and for all the cars that use the 4-piston Brembo on the back of the car, it puts the caliper pretty much up here, pretty much where the factory caliper is, and moves that one to this side. So that one's still your e-brake, and then this one gets bolted up on the backside. Now for Euro Tripper, my goal is to have at least the front calipers on the car. I don't know if I'll have the rears or if I even want to go down that route. We have the R32 rear right now with the vented disc and that kind of stuff, which the car stops phenomenal as is. But if I want that just extra OEM plusness, we could do also the rears. But again, for Euro Tripper, my goal is to have the front done, but when I go through and rebuild them, I'll rebuild all of them probably together, powder coat all of them, and if I have enough time or the money, buy the bracket, the next rotor, and all kind of stuff. There's a lot that goes into getting all this stuff on the car. Like I said, the calipers are a huge portion of it, but we still need the adapter bracket, the brake line, the pads, and the rotors, and of course the powder coat and the rebuild kit. So there's a handful of things that go into this, but at least having the calipers is a huge win. And again, this was my redemption because last time we missed out, and we got them now. Florida sunsets, so good. So I'm gonna end this video here. Tomorrow's actually Christmas Eve. I don't have a video planned, so more than likely not a new video until sometime after Christmas, but hopefully you guys have a very Merry Christmas. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Do not forget to be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.